Good evening, everybody. How are you today? It is Sharon here from the blog I Restore Stuff, ready for another DIY live here on Essential Stencils page, and I'm also on my I Restore Stuff page. So I'm cross-posting over into those two places, but you want to be over on the Essential Stencil page for a chance to win in the giveaway. So we will be drawing 3 lucky winners at the end of our live, and also on the replay. So in the 24 hours after our live has gone live, if that's you, comment the word replay if you're on the Essential Stencils page for that. So let's have a look and see if I can make sure I can see our live going live on the Essential Stencil page here on my laptop while we watch. Hi Christina, how are you? Watch for viewers coming in. Let me know where you're watching from. Would love to know. Hi Tracy, hi Chris, and Kathy's here. So we've got everybody starting to jump on. So we're talking about the Stencil of the Month Club for December. It's that week again where we announce what the stencils are for this coming month. You get a chance to let your friends know, or if you're not already a club member, join the Stencil of the Month Club. You can always use my code I Restore Stuff, and you get a basic plan free month and 50% off your first month in the premium plan. So don't forget to use my code. You can also use my code on the main essentialstencil.com site to receive 10% off any of the stencils there. So we've got a farmhouse theme this December, so I'm excited to show you some of those designs. Hello Janet, hi Mary, hi Diana, and Renee's here, Joyce Ann's here. Everybody's hopping on now. So we've got a bit of a farmhouse theme. I'll show you those first, and then I'll show you, I love to mix and match with the Stencil of the Month Club stencils and with our regular stencils, combine some things. So we're going to be doing that today. But here's some things. I'll show you some things that you can do, and we'll be showing you all of, I think, the rest of this week until next week. They were a little bit late getting to some of the ambassadors, so but they may extend the cutoff. I'm not sure. We'll see. But usually from the 14th through the 20th is your chance to join stencilofthemonthclub.com. So we've got farmhousey designs. Oops, that's the add-on. Let me go to this first. I've pulled it all out so that it's easier to show you. You'll get your familiar envelope, blue envelope with a little blue sticker that says Stencil of the Month Club in it. And we've got a cow, a pig, and a chicken ready for fun. Some fun sunglasses, accessories, accessorizing your farm animals there. So let me go through those. This is the premium plan, and then we've got the basic plan. Okay, so we'll go through the premium plan first. Yes, Diana. Hi, Melissa. Hello, how are you? Thank you so much for joining. All right, so we'll go through the premium plan. We have got the cute cow. Trying to find the black background so that I can show you against the black background, because that's a bit easier to see them. Gorgeous cow, isn't she pretty? And there's some bows. Now the bows will also fit under the other animals as well. And so then we've got cute pig face, a little piggy. And these are cute headbands. You could use them for a bunch of different things as well on other I don't know if we've got some other things that are similar size in some of our other sets, but there's bows or bandanas. That's what you'd call them, isn't it? Bandanas. And then chicken. Chicken with sunglasses. What is this? A cute bow. That bow will fit in the chicken's hair. And then we've got Stars and Stripes sunnies, some regular sunnies that are just the outline. And then these ones are, you would fill those in. I wonder if you can use the Stars and Stripes over the top of that. I think that's what you do. Use these as the background, these sunglasses as the background, and then you layer over the top with the Stars and Stripes sunnies. So that's the premium plan. You get that if you've joined the club. Then you have the option of adding the add-on. So our add-on is pretty fun. We've got all of these accessories to add, and these are seasonal accessories. So we've got the floral for a bit of spring, heart sunnies for Valentine's, Easter bunny ears that go on top of the animals. What is this one? Santa hat for Christmas, and then a witch's hat for your Halloween decorating. So that's the add-on, and we've got examples of how you can use those on the farm animals there. And then in the basic plan this month, we've got just some. You only in the basic plan you get just some of the elements. So we've got little chicken head there. And you can accessorize him with the sunglasses, the bow, the other glasses, Stars and Stripes glasses, and then the hearts and the hat. So we've got add-on accessories in a smaller version with your chicken head for the basic plan. Okay, so today I'm going to be showing you how we can use some of these. Well, I'll probably only get one done today. Hello everybody, thank you Kimberly for sprinkling. We love it when you sprinkle and share out our live. I'm going to be doing the cow today. Now, the thing that I'm going to be doing it on, I'll show you a couple of things today. I want to try and experiment with a background that I was going to try it one way. I thought, let's just experiment with my friends here on our live. I've gotten a canvas, so this is just a canvas that already had a design on it, and I've painted over the top so you can see some of the other coral colour peeking through. I've painted it in this dark green, which is Everett by Fusion Mineral Paint, a nice acrylic base. And so I've painted that on over the design that was already on there. I can kind of slightly see some of that, but when we stencil over it, I won't see that shine through. I don't know if you can see some little words. It's just on certain light angles it can kind of show through. I also have a book to go behind here because when we're stenciling or doing designs on top of that, we want to put a book underneath so that when we are stenciling, it's not poking through on the canvas. It's not causing too much pressure to make your canvas bow a little bit, if that makes sense. Hello, and thank you for joining me, guys. Thank you so much. We are going to have some fun today using December's Stencil of the Month Club design. Now, I said I was going to experiment with a little bit of background, and I'm not sure if I'll use this in the entire background, so we're going to put our cow on as a stencil today, and I'm going to add some of our farmhouse wording from some of these other designs to go around it, but I might just use this background idea on the borders, or if it's nice I might go across the whole thing. So what I wanted to do was use a contrasting colour to this colour that I already used, was Everett, and then I've got this green that's also called Conservatory, that's also, I don't know, it's just similar colours but different tones, so dark and a light green. And what I do when sometimes I'm experimenting, sometimes I just do it right on the canvas, don't I? If you know me and you've watched me for a while, I just kind of, let's just play it by ear and wing it. But sometimes I'll actually practice on a piece of cardboard first. So what I did was, here's a little bit of an experiment. It didn't really work. What I was trying to do was create a bit of that linen look, but I kind of need a bit of a straw broom kind of effect to go on to that. So I have the dark colour underneath, and then I painted the light green on top, and I tried to kind of scrape it with a bristly brush, but probably my brush was not bristly enough. You can kind of just see a bit of a linen effect, but it's not quite the look I was going for. So I've painted out some more dark green. Let's have a little look and see if we can play with that right now, and then I will show you some of the other stencils that I'll be using today. So here's our background. I want to see how it will work. Kimberly says, I love it when you wing it. Yeah, sometimes I do. Sometimes I get really nervous. I'm like, it's just paint, right? It's just paint. We can always paint over it. Okay. Someone's going to ask the size of my canvas, and it is 15 and a half. Oh, it's almost 16 inches by 16. It's a square one. So I've painted out a bit of dark green here, and what I did was I put a little bit of the Conservatory, so that light green colour. I could just do a bit of a dry brush, so just by dipping my brush a little bit into the bristles and drying it off a little bit, as much as I can here, and then just dragging it across the dark green like so. I kind of wanted a little bit more. The dry brushing kind of picks up. Maybe I could go cross hatching. And if this doesn't work, we don't have to use this idea at all. So, okay, so I'm kind of going across the grain, a little bit of a cross hatch kind of a thing. That might work. Let's see what you think if I hold that up Can you kind of see how that's a bit like a linen look? But I think that my brush needs to be, this one's fairly bristly. Let's try it a bit over here. It's just dragging the brush through and then going back the other way with some cross-hatched lines. I could even go back and forth. I'm almost getting it over here, so we'll... What do you think? What do you think about that? It kind of gives a bit of a linen look. You like it? Hi Rhonda, how are you? Sally says, what are you making tonight? We are using the December Stencil of the Month Club set. So if you haven't joined the Stencil of the Month Club, you might want to join for that month. You will get free month if you join the basic plan and 50% off the first month using the premium plan. So if you missed the beginning of the live, I showed those. I think we'll try this. I think we'll just go ahead and try it. It's just paint, so I can always just paint right over it, can't I? Okay, so that's me experimenting on a piece of cardstock, and I will need that to use for offloading my paint a bit. And we're going to make a bit of a background, okay? Joyce Ann says, yep, I like it, keep winging. Keep winging it. Okay, so I've got a bit of that on my brush now. Just making sure I'm in the shot here. I'm just offloading that. To make a dry brush, you really need just a tiny bit on the end of your brush. You don't want a lot at all. So when I painted this, I've done 2 coats of that dark colour, green colour Everett, and I did the first coat one way and then I did the second coat the other way, and that sort of somehow gives a little bit of a canvassy look to it, even though it is on canvas. So let's have a go at this. I'm just dragging my brush. Lighter is better to start with, okay? So I'm just going to show you here a little bit closer. As I go, if it's not coming on to the canvas, oh, you know what? We've got some, that's not going to be great. What I'm thinking is, see these little wood blocks here? They're little chocks to help support the canvas, but that is going to show through when I'm seeing it here. I'm seeing little bits are showing through the wood. So not sure how to get away from that. Maybe if I just lift the brush a bit. Lift the canvas away. I'm also getting a little bit of a, so I'll have to sort of lift it up away from those blocks of wood. So maybe your canvas won't have that problem. You could also do this on just a normal board. It's going to be very subtle, but that's what we want to start with because we don't want anything too drastic because it's just a background. Okay, so dragging it back and forth, and then remember how I did on the little experimental board there. We'll go back this way when we've done this lot. And this is a fairly bristly brush so that we can get a bit of a... Okay, we need to add a bit more. If you've just joined me, we are experimenting with backgrounds on our canvas today, and then I'm going to be doing a little cow design using the December Stencil of the Month Club set. I'm just pushing the canvas away from that piece of wood that's in the background, which is causing some lines to appear in the wrong places. I think that'll be okay though. So I can press a bit harder if the paint is running out on the brush. So we've kind of got that going one way. I don't know if you can see that dry brushing on there. The light's kind of catching it a little bit. Now I'm going to go the other way. And that will cause a little bit more of a linen effect. Having these little wood chocks in the back behind it is causing a bit of a hassle. What about you guys? Do you do backgrounds and experiment with your backgrounds much? So, hello, Robin's here, Cassie's here. Thank you, Laurie. Okay, so I've done some dry brushing one way and now I'm doing dry brushing in a different direction. So we're sort of trying to make a bit more of a linen crosshatch kind of look with the dry brushing. And I'm using a lighter colour green on top of a dark green. You could do this with blues as well. You could do a dark blue background and then a light blue on top. Or even with your tan taupe colours, you could do a dark tan and then a light, almost off-white tan in the front of it. Okay, so see if you can see that. Oh, I can see some of that wording coming through from my previous project that I've tried to cover over, but I'm not sure if that's turning out really well on the camera because I've got a light right above here, so it's causing shadowing and reflections. But hope you get the general idea of how to do that. It's just a bit of cross-hatching one way and the other way using a very, very dry brush and 2 contrasting colours. So, and that is dry already, ready and good to go. I'll just put my brush in a little plastic bag because you never know, I might want to finish off the outsides of that and do something different with the ends. Now I'm going to have a look at where I've got a hook on the back to make sure I'm doing this up the right way. That's always helpful. There was I think my experiment turned out a little bit better because I can actually see those lines a bit clearer on that. Okay, a Stencil of the Month Club set. We have got, if you missed it earlier, we've got cow head, chicken head, and a little piggy face. Isn't that the cutest, sweetest little smile? And so we've got bandanas, we have got sunglasses, a little bandana for the chicken, and the cow has some bows. And then we've got the add-on, which I might use the add-on today. I haven't decided. I was thinking you could use this add-on or I could use some transfers as well. You could do that idea. So the add-on are these additional accessories, shall we say. And then I think that I would love to use the flowers on top of the cow right there. Cute little cow. So we'll put that aside, put these aside, and we'll start with this. But then I was going to tell you also, now I noticed on the Essential Stencil website that there is a bundle that's actually, a lot of it I'm going to use today, well some of these that I'm going to use today. There's a bundle still available and it's called the Life is Better bundle, and it's a farmhouse bundle. It includes all these 4 things. It includes the on-the-farm transfers. Now this is on the Essential Stencil website. You can use my code IRestoreStuff and get a further 10%. Now the bundle is already discounted as well. So there is Life is Better on the Farm stencil set with Farm Sweet Farm, and it also comes with Live Like Someone Left the Gate Open, which I'll be using today, and then this classic farmhouse stencil there, and a set of brushes. Now I'm not sure if they'll be the blue brushes or the pink brushes, but that's the bundle, and I saw that there's about 21 of those left in stock. So I'll be using this out of that bundle today. Don't forget to use my code IRestoreStuff on that bundle. I did have a link on my IRestoreStuff description. It may not have come through to the Essential Stencil site, Facebook page. All right, I need a light colour, so I'm going to use white, just Picket Fence, which is a classic pure white from Fusion Mineral Paint. If you're watching on my IRestoreStuff page, if you go to the Essential Stencil Facebook page, you will be in the running for winning some prizes at the end of our live, for our live giveaway. Okay, so I'm going to place it, I couldn't decide. I'm going to place it either in the center or sort of further at the top and put the words at the bottom. But I love these words, Live Like Someone Left the Gate Open. It's a great little farmhousey sign. So I could put the words all at the bottom like this and move the cow further up, remembering that we want to put her flowers on the top of her head. So we've got room for that. I put it on and then I didn't look. Oh, yeah, we've got some more room, so I could put her a little bit further up. And so I could do that down the bottom, what do you think? Or I could do the cow more central and do live like someone, let the gate open, like that. So, Chrissy says, I love my farm stencil and transfers, etc. Yeah, they're great, aren't they? Hi, Melanie. Thank you for joining us. Yes, so I might just put them down the bottom. So we'll shift our cow up a little bit further. Now, the other thing I thought of, it doesn't matter if the words sort of run into the cow design down the bottom either. It's no big deal. That will fit there. Now, if you wanted to, there are some amazing florals that you could also use on top of this as transfers. I had a look at some of those transfer designs. Oh, let me see. And you could use some of our spring transfers, or some of these might not be in stock still, but on top of the cow's head, there's these kind of transfers. Look at that. Cute little transfer for on her head. These floral designs. So I'll have a look at some of those later as well. Also wanted to mention, if you do look up farm on the Essential Stencil page, there are a few other ones. You could use the farm fresh eggs to go with your chicken design, or milk and cream could go with the cow. That's from the farm fresh design. Country kitchen, farmers market, open daily. There's some fun things you could use there. Farm life, farm sweet farm. These are mini sets. If you look up farm, I'm sorry, I'm not sure. I didn't look if these were all in stock. So there's also Welcome to Our Coop in the Grace, Gratitude and Grit set. Welcome to Our Coop, that would be great for the chicken one, or farm charm. Anyway, just thought I'd mention those as well, that you could all coordinate all of the things. All right, so if I'm going to do that down the bottom, the words, put my cow around about there. Now I do have a book underneath my canvas to make sure that it's not going to go anywhere. You could, it's not going to push too hard on the canvas in sections. I need to move that up a little bit. I might move it up there. I'm using white, and I think I'll just go ahead and use like a mid-size brush. This is the 3/4 inch brush, and I did have somewhere under here, my table's getting full of stuff. Yes, if you've just joined us, we are using December's Stencil of the Month Club set, which usually ships mid to late mid-December, I think. So I'm just offloading a lot of the paint from on my stencil brush. I've dipped it in there, but we don't want a lot on the brush. If you're new to stenciling, do let us know. Let us know if you're new to stenciling, because we want to shout out and say hello and welcome to watching our stencil lives. Oops. See, when I press on the canvas, it's a little bit pushing down, so we want to make sure that that book is right underneath. And I could use some tape also to just hold this in place a bit, because it's on the canvas, I feel like it's a little bit. I usually like to rub the tape on my clothing or something first so that it's not too sticky, because we don't want it to be peeling away paint. Okay, adding a bit more paint to the brush, offloading some of that onto the cardstock. Hope I'm using Fusion Mineral Paint in Picket Fence. I do have an affiliate link for the Fusion Mineral Paint. I can add that there if you'd like a link for that. Let me know. It ships directly from Canada to the USA. And if you're in Australia and you're watching on my page, of course, you might already know that I'm a stockist for Fusion Mineral Paint here in Australia. So be happy to help you right on my website, irestorestuff.com. Okay, so when I was doing this, I thought about the fact that this is one of those outline stencils. So it's not one that it's all filled in, the colour that you're stenciling. It's outlined using that colour. So if I was doing this on a white background, I'd use like a dark, like a chocolate or a black paint to make that really stand out. So we'll see what it looks like in white. But yeah, I think the black on white or dark on a light colour would look really good, because I feel like most cows are sort of darker, not lighter. And you'd see, oh yeah, so inside would be shadowed of the ears. Inside of the ears would be shadowed. So we'll see. I think it'll still look lovely. And we want to add a pop of colour. If I do those flowers, I think I've got some yellow here that I'll probably do those with. She's an adorable little cow. Whoops. Diana, you have red cows. I'm guessing it's like that deep, dark red. Sounds cute. Those Highland cows are really on trend at the moment, aren't they? I don't know if anyone's used. Oh, yes, and the other thing I did want to mention also, and on that link that Essential Stencil has posted for the Stencil of the Month Club, club members only have one more day to pre-order a special transfer that's just for club members only. And if you're not in the club, you can still see what they are, but you won't be able to order it unless you're a club member. So that's another great reason to join, is because you do get some exclusive transfer designs just for club members. And this one is adorable. It's little rabbits and carrots. Rabbits eating carrots on a farm. There's a nice, the transfers are single use and they really are adorable. So if you are in the Stencil of the Month Club, you can go right now and pre-order. If you join today, if you join the Stencil of the Month Club today, you'll be able to pre-order those. And they are really adorable. In fact, remind me in a minute and I'll show you. If you haven't gone to the link already, you'll see them right there. They are very cute. Okay, I can feel like my book isn't large enough that's underneath my canvas, so I need to shift that while I go down to that section there. I'll shift the canvas up here a little bit. If you have any questions about the Stencil of the Month Club, they do have a frequently asked questions section on the stencilofthemonthclub.com website at that link that Essential Stencil has posted here in the live. You can see that on the Essential Stencil Facebook page live. I'm actually cross-posting in two places at once, so if you're watching on my I Restore Stuff page, you may not see that link. You'll have to jump over to Essential Stencil to see it, or just go to stencilofthemonthclub.com and you'll be able to see the gorgeous new bunny transfers. They are really, really cute. I think it says something like farmer's market, carrots for sale, or something like that. It's just a cute little garden. Rabbits in the garden. Reminds me a little bit of Peter Rabbit kind of rabbits. All right, I think we've got our cow sorted. You could do a second coat if you think we needed a second coat, but I think we're okay with just that. I was going to grab a wet cloth to pop my brush in, make sure it doesn't dry out. Barb's asking, do you just wipe the stencils off with water? You can. I sometimes find with the Fusion Mineral Paint, because it is a really good adhesive paint, it tends to stick really well, so I need a bit of awesome spray. And because I wait, till after my live, and oh, I know I could put a bow on my cow as well. Let's do that. Let's put a bow on. We could make a little bow. Oh, then we're going to put our words down the bottom as well. I wonder if we can put that down and the words on top. Will it still go okay? I don't know. Let's see. Anyway, if you are using the bow, you do the background and then you can add the dots on top to make it a polka dot bow. Let me just see. I kind of feel like I have to turn this around to make sure I've got it in the right spot. So here's our cow, nice and crisp. And let me see what this bow, where it would sit. Yeah, that would sit right there. And I think that'll be fine for my words to go over the top, although I may have to do a little bit of a shadow for that. But let's do that. While I've got it here, I usually do this right side up for you guys, but we're doing this for me right now. I'm going to just do a bit of yellow. Let's do a yellow bow and a yellow flowers on her head. Just because I brought the yellow out. Sonia, are you stenciling? She said it's so hard to it's hard to comment when you're stenciling. A lot of people love to craft and stencil while they're watching our lives here, so that's great. Okay, so this is just a bright yellow colour. You can just use any acrylic paint. This is Fusion Mineral Paints Little Star. Yes, Rhonda, great with the tips there. Practice, practice, practice. Offload lots. You just want a really dry brush. So here is our bow going down, and this is the background for the polka dot bow. Hopefully I've got it in the right place. Just putting it down sort of over the top of the cow's neck area. And again, these, the bows and the different accessories also fit over the little pig face and the chicken face that is also available for this month's December's, or next month, December's Stencil of the Month Club set. I might need 2 coats for this, but I think I kind of did 2 coats because I can still see a little bit of the outline of the cow underneath it. Once you've got that down, then we use a different colour, obviously, to go over the cow with the polka dots, and that polka dot sits right on top, just like that, and we can add that there. So I could do white polka dots, couldn't I? So sitting that right on top, it's got a little bit of an outline. Pop our brush back in, and then we get our white brush that's been sitting in the wet cloth so that it doesn't dry out. Dip it in, offload the brush. Who's seen the little rabbits on stencilofthemonthclub.com, the transfers? You can pre-order those today. I think you've got 1 day left to pre-order those. But you have to be a member of the Stencil of the Month Club to order them, but you can still see them. And you can still join the Stencil of the Month Club this week only. Well, you've got a week to join the Stencil of the Month Club. It opens 1 week every month for your chance to join. And then we close again until it's the next stencil round, till the next month. Okay, so there's our little polka dots. Let's see how that turned out. Cute. So there's the cow. We'll do her... I'll turn that around and show you. There's the little polka dot ribbon. Isn't that just the most cute little bow there? That's gorgeous. I love it. All right, now the add-on. Got to have a little bit of room for the words down there. Might have to do a bit of a shadow on those because we're going over here and I'm going to do the words white. But that's okay that it covers over on the top of the bow. I don't mind at all. Here's the add-on. Excuse me. Optional add-on is all the seasonal accessories. So we've got Easter, Valentine's, Christmas, Halloween, and then we've got a spring floral arrangement here. So I thought I'd put these flowers on the top. We'll do them yellow as well because that looks gorgeous. But you do also have the option of using transfers, and I showed you some of the transfers. You might have, like for example, some of these coastal hibiscus transfers. That would look cute on top of her head. Look at that little, what do you call these, palm branches? That would look cute. We have these, what's this one called? Rustic summer flowers. Not sure, I haven't looked to see which of all of these are in stock at the moment. But if you type in the word transfers, you'll see some of the transfers that are available. So there's, you cut them out around there. So there's that one as well. That would also look cute. We've got ones with little, these have got little bees on them. So many different ideas for the transfers on the cow's head as well. Or the pig. Can you imagine that little pig's face with a gorgeous transfer on there too? All right, so those are some ideas. But today we'll just do our flower that's in the add-on. And I'm just going to go with that yellow again because I've got it handy. Yeah, the yellow bow is great. Wouldn't that look great as, you know, red and white bow? That would look gorgeous too. And then a red and white polka dot bow, and then the, what was it for Valentine's? Valentine's sunglasses. Oh, they're right here. Valentine glasses. See, the glasses will fit on the cow as well. You could do cute glasses there. The bunny ears. I'd need a longer canvas for that one. But you've got the bunny ears. And then the Santa hat fits right perfectly on that and on the little pig's face. And then we've got the witch's hat that would be for you Halloween. All right. Oh dear, look what I've just done to my canvas. I've accidentally dropped my, oh no, I've got it everywhere. I've got it everywhere, guys. Okay, here's what happens. We get a cloth, and first of all we wipe it off the canvas. I've got nowhere to put it. I've got paint everywhere. Hopefully my little background idea was dried enough to where that didn't affect it and it's not wiping off. Hopefully that's okay. I don't have a dry cloth. I use my apron. Oh, I do have my hairdryer, but all right, so now I have to get that off this. Oh, you guys. I just kind of dragged it through my offloading area. Well, yes, you can clean your stencils just with water, but if it's dried on there, it's a lot harder to clean off. So if you are stenciling and you're handy to the kitchen or the laundry sink, then you can just wipe it off straight away. Okay, we're just going to have a little inspection here of the desk. Here we go, we've got another little bit here. Look, I might have to just do some more dry brushing on the edges. We're making it rustic. Okay, what else did I put this over here, and that's got some on it as well, a great big splash of it. I don't think I'm going to be using the cow again, so I'll put that on the floor for now. I just mean for now, I'm not going to use it. All right, so let's go ahead and make sure I haven't got any paint on here. Now I can put that down, and now I can get my yellow brush. Okay, are you still with me, guys? I got a little distracted. Yes, these are the new December Stencil of the Month Club set. The Stencil of the Month Club is open now through to next week. And use my code, I Restore Stuff. We're going to be adding some words here in a minute. Use my code, I Restore Stuff, and get 50% off your first month in this premium plan, which includes the cow, the pig, the chicken, and all of the accessories. Or you can get a free first month of your basic plan, and that is just with the chicken and a bunch of all the accessories, like the seasonal accessories. And it's all there on stencilofthemonthclub.com. That's the website where you can go and see them. And don't forget those little bunny rabbit transfers. Has everyone seen those? I didn't see comments about them yet. Shelley, you're excited to get these. I'm so glad. There's lots of things that you can do with them. Adding them to, imagine a little kid's room with all the farm animals around in either signs. You can put the stencils on t-shirts, pillows, cushions, lots of things we can stencil on. If you've been watching us ambassadors, we're here live every weekday, Monday through Friday at various times. All of the times are on the Essential Stencil Facebook page here. And we show you lots of different ideas for the stencils and what you can put them on. You will be surprised of the different things that we have put stencils on. Suitcases, I did a suitcase one time. Betty, all the details are at stencilofthemonthclub.com. There are different plans you can be on. I think there's like a 1 month, 6 month, 3 month, all different plans, 12 months, or it might be 3, 6 and 12, I don't know. But all of the different plans are there, so it depends what plan you're on as to how much it's going to be. Okay, so here's our flowers. I think we're done with that. And then we're going to add our words down the bottom. Oops. Now here's an example of what bleed through looks like. Don't always do things perfectly, and if I'm rushing and I've got too much paint on my brush, you will get the bleeding happening underneath the stencil. So I had a little bit of a bleed through incident here, and I'll show you that really close. It's not too bad, but it kind of causes fuzzy edges on your stencil. So if you can look really close, you might see that there's a little bit of bleeding under and a bit of fuzzy edges, but from a distance she looks cute. I think she looks fine. So you can see how that would look different if it was a white background and then a dark colour with the outliney look. That would look great as well. Okay, so I mentioned earlier that we do have our, also on the regular Essential Stencil website, there's a bundle available there that's called Life is Better on the Farm bundle, and it comes with the farm transfers, comes with 2 sheets of transfers. Life is Better on the Farm, Farm Sweet Farm, stencil brushes, and also this set, which has this stencil and farmhouse stencil on it. So there were like about 21 of that set still available. So if you did want that as a bundle, it's discounted, plus using my code will get you another 10% off. So let's have a look. This will fit here. It'll have to go across the bow. Yep, we're just going to do it. So I did bring another colour with me that might work as a contrasting colour. And I've got a shift, I've got a book underneath here so that it's sort of helps it lift the canvas a bit. I want the top colour to probably be white, so I could just go over these bow parts with that Everett colour. Couldn't I? If I just did that, then my words would probably stand out a bit more. Does that make sense? Let me see. Just thinking out loud here to try this. I don't think I've done it this way before, but I think it should work. So I'm just going to go over with this dark Everett colour on just this letter here where the little polka dot yellow bow is, and that's where I want my white letters to stand out. And I might hit that with a hairdryer and do it again because like a second coat so that it really covers that. Yeah, Cheryl, I could use yellow for the words. I was thinking of using white, so I could do white and then make the white a shadow and then add yellow on top. Let's have a go at doing that. So if that's the case, I could just leave that as is and do white and then do yellow on top. Great idea, Cheryl. Yellow words, because they'll stand out nicely as well. And hopefully that will stand out with the bow there. Okay, white, then yellow. Now I should have wiped off this first, because if I don't wipe these off, that white is going to mix in with that and it's going to cause a little bit of dark, you know, it'll discolour the white. So bring it over to here. I've just dried it with the hairdryer, so it's probably completely, it's almost dry. Yeah, the stencil flowers look cute, don't they? Guys, don't forget we do a giveaway at the end of our lives, so don't go anywhere. Let us know if you've never stenciled before, if you're brand new to stenciling. Maybe you're brand new to the Stencil of the Month Club, and or you're about to join so that you can take advantage of this December set and take advantage of being able to pre-order those exclusive bunny transfers. They look adorable. Oh, guys, I did it again. Just got paint everywhere today. Paint everywhere. Okay, so see where I covered just the E and the S? I don't know if you can see that from there. I'll have to lift it up a bit. Paint everywhere. All right, I'll just go ahead and continue. Now there's my E and there's my S. So I probably didn't really need to do that green. Anyway, it's all experimenting, isn't it? Offloading again. Hi Mary Beth, that's okay. You can always watch the replay if you're running late and just joining us now. Oh, Jennifer, that's a nice idea. Turquoise. Do the words in turquoise and adding a bit of turquoise to the flowers up the top. Yeah, great idea. Okay, so I am going to use this white as a bit of a shadowy background. So to create a shadow, we put the colour that we want as the shadow down first, and then we do our contrasting colour on top. In this case, it's going to be yellow. And yellow and white aren't like a super, super big contrast, though yellow is fairly bright. It should stand out enough. Feel like I've got too much on my brush again. Offload, offload, offload. And also practice. Practice on a piece of cardboard. The stencils even come with black card inserts, and sometimes I've done practices on there that have actually turned out to be nice pieces of art. So then you can just pop your cardstock in a frame and actually keep your practice piece. You're surprised how easy it is once you've just practiced to where you've got the right amount of paint on your paintbrush. Not too much, because you don't want bleeding under the stencils. You don't want the paint to seep under and cause fuzzy edges. You can always do heaps less, because you can always just add on a second coat if you needed to, if there's not enough. We have turned the aircon here today because it's scorching hot day right here in Queensland, Australia on a Thursday morning. Okay, so here is there's the words. Now that's the words just in white. So if we want to use that yellow and use the white as a shadow, I'll do that now. Live like someone left the gate open, because right now I'm still seeing, it's a little bit hard to see these where the bow is. That's okay, we'll see what happens when we add our yellow. Pop our lids back on. Now we're just going to put this straight back down on top. I'm not going to worry about that white being on there. If you wanted to, you could, you know, wipe down your stencil before you go on with your second colour, would probably be a good idea. So to do our shadow, all I do is I put it straight down on the stencil, then I shift it slightly to one side and slightly up higher. So you sort of see that 3D look where it separates from the stencil that you've just created. You don't want it too far. So let me just do that slightly to one side, and then that white will pop like a shadow underneath. I'll place that down there. All right, that's going to nicely pop on the green, yellow on the green. Even I think a little bit of pink on these flowers might look good too. And I do think this cow polka dot bow would really look great in red and white polka dots. It would look very cute. So we're just doing, if you've just joined us, a shadowing technique on these words. These words live like someone left the gate open. It's great for these farmhouse signs. And I'm combining that with our Stencil of the Month Club for December set. And the set includes, if you didn't catch it earlier, this cow, and then there's a cute pig face with a smile. The pig has the cutest smile, and then a chicken head. I have seen actually a lot of chicken Christmas decor, not in Australia but in the States. I've seen things on Instagram where people have gone to, I don't know if it's Hobby Lobby or some of your decor stores, and there's just literally whole aisles of chickens for, you know, Christmas decor chickens. I don't know, what's the deal with chickens this year, guys? Thought that was funny. My mum has chickens that lay eggs, and we often get some of her eggs, which is great. Nothing like fresh eggs. And I did go through earlier a few of the other ideas for farmhouse stencils that you can coordinate and combine with the Stencil of the Month set with the farm animals. Some of the farmhouse stencils, just look up farm on essentialstencil.com and you'll be able to see some of the stencils they've got there. That would be great for adding to here. So making sure that you've removed most of your paint from your brush, and if you do need a second coat, just make sure the first one's dry. Another tip I always do, oh, I just missed that comment and I think it was a good one. I think I saw it. I think someone said it would be fun to see the cow, then the pig, then the chicken stacked on top of each other, like that farmhouse traditional kind of sign with the, you know, the animals stacked on top of each other. It's a fun idea. Make them all wearing sunnies or something on a nice long board. That'd be fun. I'd love to hear some of your other ideas. Deborah says I make it look so easy. I've been practicing years now, so I've got it down pat, but like I showed you up here, I still made a bit of a mistake in just having a bit too much on my brush. The other tip I love to give you is to just make sure that your stencil brush is completely dry. Like if you've just washed out your brushes from using a certain color and you're going, oh, I want to use a different color now, I'll go wash them out. Don't use those brushes right away until they're completely dry. You want them to be really, really dry. I'm just going to hit that with the hairdryer quickly because I want to do a second coat of that yellow to make it really stand out. Yeah, because if you do use a brush that's just still got a little bit of wet paint, water in it, even if it's damp, it can water down your paint, and that makes your paint runny, and that makes your paint bleed under the stencils. So, okay, just gonna, I can see that little bit of green border on here, so I'm just gonna quickly go over that. And don't go anywhere because we are going to be giving away prizes to 3 lucky winners at the end of our live over on making sure that you're on the Essential Stencil page. If you are watching on my I Restore Stuff Facebook page, I will jump on there later and just go through and have a look at your comments, see if you've got any questions. But the prize giveaway is over on Essential Stencil's Facebook page, so make sure you're jumping in there to catch the winners. What other colours could you do these in? So many different choices. I like the idea of a dark blue background, like a midnight blue background, and contrasting light blue words maybe, or red. You could do your red, white and blue cows for any of your patriotic seasons. So with that seasonal add-on, just makes it a little bit more versatile to use throughout the year. Okay, let's see how that's looking. I think we've done it. I think we've finished our cow. Melanie says the possibilities are endless. They really are. Okay, let's see how that worked out. We've got it. I still think we need a little bit more contrast right here where it's a bit difficult to see that word. So if I was doing it again, I think I would just do maybe a different colour because of that yellow. Maybe I can do some outlines in a minute with some of the Essential Stencil also has these detail brushes. So if you are wanting to do something like adding a little bit more detail to the flower up here, like I might go now and add a little pop of red or turquoise like someone suggested in the flower, and I could just add some details to around this bow here so that you can read those two bottom letters, because at the moment you kind of have to look up close to see because the yellow is on the yellow. So I'll see what I can do to kind of make the most of that area or fix that up a little bit. I might have to go around with a little tiny slip of this dark color just around in the details, and that would help. But I hope you like that, and I hope you like the ideas too of just adding and combining. So transfer flowers for here, or you could, you know, do flowers for under here. And we are going to now look for some prize winners, but that is the Stencil of the Month Club for December. You can always catch a lot of my furniture painting and upcycling ideas over at my blog, irestorestuff.com. But let me know when you see the winners scrolling up on when you see them pinned up there. Thank you, you're welcome. Thank you, Cindy. Janice, Rhonda, no problem at all. Enjoyed this time with you guys. I always enjoy spending time with you, chatting, stenciling, crafting. It's a lot of fun, and you guys always have some great ideas for us too. So don't forget, here's some ideas for the transfers. We could add a little floral on top of the head there. Stencil of the Month Club for December. Don't forget to join using my code iRestoreStuff, and you can use that code also for the bundle, the farmhouse bundle that I got this stencil from, over at essentialstencil.com, but use that for the Stencil of the Month Club, and you can get save on your first month in the basic or the premium plan. All right, our winners today are Beverly, Barb, and Kathy Shepherd. You have not been tagged there. It didn't come through as a tag, so if anyone knows Kathy and wants to tag her, let her know that she has won. Oh, there she is. She said thank you. So Kathy, Beverly and Barb, email support@essentialstencil.com and you can claim your prize. Let them know where to send it. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that and think of some fun ideas for your cow or pig or chicken, and let us know in the Stencil of the Month Club next week when you get next month when they come to you. We'll love to see some of your designs. I'm Sharon from the blog I Restore Stuff, and I'll see you again for next week for another live DIY project. Bye.